Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Just a quick intraday update here as we are grinding higher. Yes, we've seen a small reaction now to the next to our resistance line here, but I wouldn't call that a sell-off. You know, this is just at the moment a dip. Maybe it's turning into something more bearish, but again, you know, I think a lot of people are actually waiting for a bit of a pullback here. So let's take a look at the structure. I only want to share with you the smaller time frame, my perspective about the smaller time frame, any updates, because the previous update already included the daily chart. If you're interested in updates about the daily chart, maybe check out the previous video I uploaded earlier today. But here this is just an intraday update. I'm watching for two scenarios here, basically to keep it very simple. The first scenario is the yellow count. Both are bullish, by the way. Both are bullish. It's just the question is just, are we already in the third wave to the upside, or are we still stuck in wave one? So we have in the yellow count. Well, let's start with the wave count, which at the moment still appears to be a bit more probable. It is the scenario in which obviously the wave 4 bottomed here on the 5th of July. I mean, that's the base case. That sets the scene, right? We have a substantial low in place on the 5th of July. That's the thesis. And we can make that assumption because we have a 5-wave move up. So we have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. This could have been a wave 4 running flat with one more high in the making, which is now either done, or we might still extend a little higher. So I wouldn't rule out even in this yellow wave 1, which is basically, there's no evidence it's completed, right? So we could still extend a bit higher. I wouldn't rule out that it gets to 72K, maybe even the next major fib level here at 72,830. Let me just double check something. I thought that might have changed a little bit. Or has it shifted a bit? Let me just double check that. Sometimes these things shift. Yeah, it shifted a bit. Just a little bit. I'm not sure why. Oh yeah, it shifted a bit. Let me just double check. Let me just double check the fibs. Sometimes, either accidentally or due to a Tradingview glitch, these shift. So we take the length of waves 1 to 3. Then we go to the low of the wave 4, and we're actually looking for the 61.8 extension. Okay, 72,200 now, pretty much. And then the 78.6. Okay, which is just below 75K. I think before it was around 75K. Just surprised it shifted a bit. Let me just triple check that, but no, that seems to be fine. Yeah, okay, shifted a bit. Okay. Anyway, it doesn't change much. The idea is still we could grind a bit higher, so that means around 72K. There's now a bit of a confluence of resistance. And I wouldn't rule out that Bitcoin extends its wave 1 a little bit higher. So that would give us a completed 5-wave move. We already have a 5-wave move completed. It could top at any time. What would be an initial top for wave 1 so that we can watch for a wave 2? Also, what we need to do, we need to adjust now with that additional high that formed today, the support zone for wave 2. Okay, so if we have 5 waves up completed, again, could top at any time, but that's nothing here in terms of price action. It doesn't confirm anything. But as soon as wave 1 has topped, the wave 2 could unfold, and support is 56,737 to 63,270, which means as long as we're holding 56.7K, I'm bullish, right? And any pullbacks can be opportunities, and the yellow box supports the price in any wave 2 pullback, and it would be an ABC structure, but there's currently no evidence that wave 5 of 1 has started. The earliest indication, and I also need to adjust here this micro support to get this earliest signal. So the earliest indication that wave 5 of 1 is complete would be a break below the last swing low, Saturday low, that formed at 66,800. So that should be some structural support in that area. But yeah, that would be the earliest evidence, earliest indication. Better would be a break below the upper support region, so below 64.8K. So got 2 confirmation levels there. And then we can watch the yellow box, yeah, if they trigger. And if the price dips into the yellow box, yeah, this would be an opportunity. Because the market is bullish and pullbacks in uptrends can be, great opportunities. So in the white count, if we continue to extend and break above 72,200 here, then we might already be in the third of a third wave. So that this wave 2 in yellow actually already bottomed on Thursday, which is the alternative count, labeled alternative, even though it's also very likely. And in this count, we already completed another 1-2 setup, and we could now be in a third wave, stuck in the midst of a third wave and the third of a third. Okay, so this is what I will think is going, well, this is what I will view as more likely. If we break above that 61.8 extension at 72,180 and a break above the pretty much 74.8K level would confirm further that the third wave is already unfolding. And if we get a break above that 78.6 extension at around 75K, just below that, then I will take the yellow count off the chart, because then I don't think it's reasonable to watch anymore for a deeper wave 2 pullback. And that's the situation at the moment, which means a few levels that matter. Next breakout point to the upside is the last swing high here, which is today's high, where the price got rejected at the resistance line, 70K, then 72K. These are the next levels that really matter. Just above that, there's 72.2K level, which is the fib level. And to the downside, the Saturday low is very important to give a first indication that we've actually topped. And that level is at, just to remind you, 66.7K. Below that level, 64,831. Should give you all the relevant support levels that matter and resistance levels. And yeah, at the moment, we're just sort of stuck in a range just below a breakout point. Today, the price couldn't break out, but that is not a sell-off. That's just minimal price action. Stay on the trend, stay on the time frame where you see the trend. The trend is still up, haven't topped yet, even though I think on the smaller time frames, some bearish divergences might be forming. Here, the 1 hour chart, for example, really on the smallest time, but that is already in effect. I mean, that already, you had the divergence here, and we're already coming down. So yeah, so let's see if the price can hold above that last swing low. And any break above 70K could send us to 72 next. Overall, bullish scenarios only at the moment, but pullbacks are, I think, what a lot of people are waiting for, and they could offer opportunities, as I said. I will only really change my perspective about this chart, become more bearish, if a break below 56,737 occurs. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.